Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, it was Stitch versus Cruise again. Back in 2002, Lilo and Stitch, the first film, and Tom Cruise's Minority Report went head to head and pretty much broke even in that they both made about $35 million for the opening weekend. I think Cruise was 35.6, whereas Lilo and Stitch was 35.2, so pretty close. Now, not so much luck with Tom Cruise this time. Lilo and Stitch for the 4-day weekend made 183, I think. And Cruise only made 77. So his 3-day was 63 and his 4-day was 77, and Lilo and Stitch's 3-day was 145.5 and their 4-day was 183. I don't know why I've written it like 185. And I put 4 next to it, so it looks like 0.4, but it's actually meaning the 4-day. I write actual notes. So yeah, it's done really well. 183 million, domestic, 158 international, which means worldwide 341. So its budget was 100 million. So it only had to make 200 something million to cover that. To actually profit, it's already 341 million in the first weekend, so it's profitable. Now a lot of people are complaining and upset because they changed a lot about the film, particularly the end. I haven't seen the original. I can't remember what they changed for the end. I saw a couple of reviews talk about it, but I have no idea what the issue is. But they're already talking about a sequel. People want a sequel, but if they do, they're going to have to spend a bit more money. And some of the characters that were in the original animated film that were cut out kind of due to budget, because I think they're CGI characters or something. They're going to have to bring these characters back in and focus more on the fanciful sort of element of the original film, the characters, as opposed to just sort of having Stitch in the real world and just sort of Stitch and sort of acting like a pet was the way people were complaining. He was acting like a dog or something, or the role of a pet and a dog. So I'm not sure what the issue was, but also, Stitch also beat another Tom Cruise milestone. Top Gun Maverick made 160.3 on the weekend. So that's like the last big sort of weekend. So, Lilo and Stitch is number 1 now at 183, and Top Gun is now number 2 at 160.3. So, it's like two sort of Cruise Stitch sort of confrontations. I'd love to see, and Grace Randolph suggested this, that they do some sort of PR thing. You have Cruise and Lilo. You could have Lilo do some sort of stunt in the little pink car. Or I could just picture while Tom Cruise is on like the red carpet, the little pink car just rams into his foot or something, and then he could pose with it or something. They'd have to do some sort of cross-marketing, but they're not really doing it. Like Barbenheimer didn't do it because, it was meme to hell, but Nolan does not acknowledge Barbie, does not acknowledge that film helped his film, and had they been released on separate weekends, Oppenheimer wouldn't have made as much money because people went out to do the Barbenheimer thing. It was like a thing. And they tried to reproduce it. They haven't really managed it yet. And it looks like some studios are going to try it within themselves. Other studios are sort of teaming up, and whether they're doing this in concert with each other and actually talking, or whether they're just sort of looking at the schedule and planning their own sort of hopeful Barbenheimers. But we'll see. I just had to comment on the fact that Lilo and Stitch did really well. There was a lot of people complaining about the changes that they made, the fact that they sort of didn't feature all the characters that the original film had, and Stitch seemed to have been reduced because of his screen time, and his lines, because of CGI and budget, and Disney sort of setting this as $100 million Disney Plus was what they were originally going to have it on, and then they decided to make it into a film, release it in cinemas, but they didn't actually up the budget or do anything production-wise to, sort of justify that or whatever. So, but I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the whole Lilo and Stitch versus Mission Impossible. Is it Dead Reckoning Part 2? I don't remember what they called it. But the first one didn't do so well. Everyone expected it to be huge because Top Gun was huge. And it's like, that was huge because MAGA got behind it. And it had a whole campaign behind it. And it really wasn't about Tom Cruise. So I was really surprised that they expected Mission Impossible to do as well and do better than the other Mission Impossibles did. And it did worse. Because this didn't have the MAGA behind it. This just was just a regular Mission Impossible movie. and they're really worried about the second one, and they changed the name because they don't want people to associate it with the other one and feel like they have to watch that one to watch this one, because people didn't watch that one. Are they going to watch this one? Blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of drama, but it's doing okay. It's not. I don't think it's going to flop, but obviously the winner here is Stitch. And I think Barbie was the winner of Barbenheimer as well. But people don't acknowledge Barbie because they're a bunch of misogynists. I don't know if, prejudice against aliens is going to hurt Stitch, but I think he's fairly untouchable at this point. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this, battle royale and how it went for Mr. Cruz.